In this video, we talk about the etiquette for the starter step for West Coast swing. Hey gang, Brian B, Miss Megan, WestCoastSwingOnline.com. We had a request to do this video. We're talking about the etiquette of the starter step for West Coast swing. So if you're a beginner, these are some good basic rules. If you've been around for a while, these are some good basic rules. So in ballroom dancing, let's discuss the starter step first. So in a starter step, we take a basic swing hold. We're in a closed position on the follower's left side with my hand kind of hooked around. And typically, and we have another video on different ways to starter step, but typically we triple and then we'd anchor away and we'd establish an away connection and go on to the rest of our dance, right? So here is a good, and again, we have a video on different ways to do this, but in this position, I'm basically, as the leader, using this moment to kind of judge how well my follower's connecting, right? I'm using it to judge maybe if we're moving to the music a little bit, is my follower feeling the music the same way I am? Is she feeling a little tick that I'm feeling? And so that way it helps me judge what might go on for the dance and lets me make more appropriate things. Here's what we don't want to do. If we're unfamiliar with our followers, even though in West Coast swing it's very familiar, we get close, we're meeting a lot of different people, general good etiquette is just not to take your follower and crush yourself up against them and hold them in and wiggle around, right? Even if we're going to get close, I'm going to give the follower some space here, and maybe if we close in the connection and it happens naturally, that's not terrible, but I wouldn't recommend as the leader to hold her in and stick her against you. It's awkward, it's creepy. Hey, if you're comfortable with someone, they're comfortable with you, all bets are off, not my place to judge. But let's use this starter step position to establish the away connection, hit my triple, anchor, and from a more advanced way, I'm using this position to kind of judge how well my follower is following me. Is she kind of feeling the music in a certain way? And then we can use that position. So, good basic tips for your starter step. If you're new to West Coast swing and you came across this video just because you're trying to learn the starter step, at the end of this video, I have linked a video where we have 6 different ways to do a starter step. Pretty slick. And then there's also a link to our complete guide for beginners to West Coast swing. So I would click on that link and head over there. We have everything that you've ever needed to know about West Coast swing to get from the beginner to the intermediate level and beyond. We'll see you guys on a dance floor soon.